This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go, set, 50, plant.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
X3, ready?
They'll start on the ground with Barber. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Hey, Echo.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, it's Young. And he's got Miller. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go. Go.
Get it.
Barber on 1st and 10. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
All day, defense. All day. All day.
Young. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shane Ray. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie that stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
On the ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Barber, and he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this is good as they extend it out now to a 9-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
They'll run on first down. Dillon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at... The 45-yard line.
Brought down back at the 45-yard line.
Let's go now. Watch this. 58 for Mike, 58.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
58, boy, 58, 58. Mike, watch the screen, watch the screen.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Taken in at the 11th. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Young. And he will find his man on the outside. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3rd and short yardage, Young. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After one, it's 9-0. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They're going to look to throw. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he'll be out right at the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And out across midfield down to the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Now Bell. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
At the 28-yard line.
On 2nd down now. It's Bell, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Ready to break.
Right there. 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike. Here we go, here we go.
Snap.
Young working out of the gun. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Carlos Dunlap coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now Austin. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
At the 41-yard line.
Ready up.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, wahoo!
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Kill.
Anderson throwing on 4th down. That is caught. It's Perriman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
New draw focus. Go. Hey, Zoo.
Mike, check. 59.
Go.
On 1st and 10, Anderson flushed out right. Open man here is Foster. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bullock good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Young on 3rd down. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Well, the fake punt gets only a yard, but that's enough to pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On second down, Barber. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Check, check. Go, go. You must be now.
On 3rd and 1, here's Young. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Brings up second and 10.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Exit.
At the 28-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Anderson looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. To throw is Anderson on first and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Anderson. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Anderson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
I'm going back to you. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
orbit. Ready?
Anderson now, throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
On the ready.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Watch the whip.
Hey, Alpha.
58, boy, 58, Mike. There it goes.
5.
Here's Anderson, operating from the gun. And Eifert has it. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Now Anderson on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hey, alert 3. Shoot.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Check 15.
Defense.
Looking to throw. Anderson, he'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check the backer.
X3. 218. Chopper. Let's go.
Off play action. Anderson. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
30 base. 56. Let's go.
1st down, they go with Barber again. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run the counter with Barber. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll stay on the ground with Barber. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Third down, Young from the gun. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
A 49-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of the team because as they drove downfield,
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, Wood. Get it.
Back to throw. Anderson. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Lucky. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Joker. Check 31.
Looking to throw. Anderson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the 1st down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Anderson, off play action. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Bengals. 41 yards.
Go. Undercrush.
Check. Crunch. Let's go.
Nick Mixon trying to punch it in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, watch it, watch it. He's crashing.
Hey, Sam off.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Hey, Delta. Go.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. You don't want none of that. Get in. Pick up the ball.
To throw is Anderson. From the gun, he'll throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1. You want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that want to go. They were happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a first down carry by Bell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Brings up second and 4 at the 44-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Again, it's Bell. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. Now a first carry for their fullback. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
He's checking.
So now a carry here for their fullback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And Boswell's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
36. Let's go.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, they were big favorites coming in, but they had to work for this one.
It certainly wasn't the walk in the park that you expected coming into this one. I have a suspicion that in their meetings next week, head coach going to talk to him a little bit about focus, don't you think?
Yeah, because down the stretch, there was some nail-biting going on. And you're right. I think not only the fans, but those folks inside that locker room, they expected a comfortable victory.
Yeah, they certainly did, and that just tells you about the NFL. Any given game, you never know how it's going to turn out. You'd better be ready to play.
So for the Steelers, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.